Alright, so we're gonna see if we can make a song in Bandlab. Let's start by browsing the loops, and I don't really care what genre it is today. I'm gonna scroll randomly, I'm gonna look away and just click one. Funk drums! We're gonna start with some funk. Alright, that sounds great. So let's see here. How about meh. That'll work. Drop it in. Alright, and we are going to loop it. Let's go out to measure 16. Alright. Yeah, there we go. Cool. Alright. So I'm going to try to come up with a chord progression. I've got a piano in front of me, so I'm just going to play maybe like. Or how about? So how about? Yeah, how about that for a bass line? That'll probably be kind of cool. Add a track here. I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna relabel it. Call it bass. Okay. And yeah, I'm gonna run the latency test in Bandlab so that everything lines up good. All right, there we go. And then I'm going to record some bass. You're not gonna hear the drums playback when I record because I have to mute something on my setup here, but I'm gonna hear the drums. So just FYI. Sorry. All right, here we go. All right, so we got some audio recorded. One of those was pretty good, hopefully. So probably be able to use it, see what it sounds like. That one didn't sound too good. The last one sounded pretty good, so maybe we'll hone in on that one. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to try clipping off this last note because I want to loop this bass line. So I'm going to click the clip, click the S key, delete right there. I'm pretty sure it's last. Yeah, it's last note. Okay, delete that, zoom back out. Okay, and then zoom in again. There we go. Let's find the start of this loop. Right about there. Okay. Zoom in. And the waveform kind of makes it look like right there is maybe the start of the loop. Let's just listen. Yeah, definitely. Okay. So if I go like that and hit the S key right there. There we go. Delete the front of that. And now we have what should be a pretty good loop that lines up with the drums. Just kind of lock that into the beginning of measure 9 for a second. And then we'll copy it. Put the playhead at measure 11 and paste it. And let's see how well it loops. Good enough for now. Just gotta make it a demo. I like it. Okay, so now let's go and put this so it starts maybe back on measure 3. So we start with just the drums. Layer the bass. Cool. So now we kind of got a bass established and we've got a drums established. I'm going to loop this bass a few more times here. So just copy those two clips, put the playhead at measure 7 and paste, put the playhead at 11 and paste, and put the playhead at 15 and paste. Cool. So delete that one. There we go. So we're doing pretty good. Nice. Next, I think what we'll do is we'll layer in some more piano. So I'm going to add in another track here, and we're going to call it, I'm just going to call it piano, I suppose. And I'm just going to go back to measure 3 here and just improvise a bit. And there we go. So let's just try this. Okay. Let's try this. Oh, here we go. Hold on. How about? Yeah, maybe like that. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the playhead back here at measure 3. That's when I'm gonna start the recording. I probably won't start playing until measure 5. I think I'm gonna do this kind of like little thing like. Or maybe like. How about? No. How about? Yeah, kind of like that. And then we'll put that out and leave it as well. Okay. Mute. There we go. And record. Alright, so hopefully one of those works. And I'm going to go back and unmute Bandlab for you guys. There we go. Alright, let's hear how it sounds. Honestly, the first one will probably work just fine. We just have to do a little editing with the rhythm to get it lined up right. So let's zoom in right there. It's about where we need to cut it. And so we'll just go to the end of that one right before the next. And zoom in. And I'm probably gonna split this like right at the beginning of the loop, just so we don't have to deal with anything before. So that's fine. Looks like rhythmically we got to move it just the tiniest bit to get to line up with measure 5. So bop, bop. Yeah, I think the first notes are fine. Oh, that fifth note right there was a bit late. I don't know if you guys heard that. So the fifth note, and you can actually kind of see it lining up, or like not lining up with the drums. Okay. Zoom out a bit more. Get my playhead back like that. There we go. So somewhere here around measure 6, it was a bit late. So what I can do is I can just hit the S key and I can just move this over a bit and then hear it now. And that actually sounds pretty good to my ears, so like I think we'll just go with that. Cool. Now, because I want to be able to loop it, I want it to take exactly 2 measures worth of time. I might just go to measure 5 here and hit the S key right in the downbeat, so we just split off that extra bit at the beginning. Oops, maybe it's not gonna let me. Or maybe just go like that. Yoink. There we go. Okay, and then I'm gonna go to the end of this excerpt. Yeah, at measure 7. And see if we can lop off the end of that as well, so that we don't have to deal with that either. I think we'll just go like that. Yoink. There we go. So now it's kind of exactly 2 measures. If you highlight both of these, I think we can merge them. There we go. And then we can like copy and just paste this on down the line, so that we got our little groovy groove upper notes in the piano. All right. And there we go. Cool. So now we've got a little layered extra piano in. So it starts with drums. Get our little bass line going. Cool. So now what I'm going to do is I think I'm just going to improvise with my voice a little bit to try to come up with a melody. I often find that the voice is the most easiest instrument to use to get melodies going rather than like my piano or my trumpet, because I'm not limited by my technique, knowing like what notes to play or like what keys to press, you know, or things like that. So let's see if we can do that here. Oops, new tab, new track. Here we go. All right. And I'm not going to record right now. I'm just going to press play. I'm just going to sing a little bit. I kind of like that vibe a little bit, so like let's try it. So I'm gonna record that just so I kind of get it down. I'm gonna mute the output of Bandlab real quick. Sorry about that. And let's record. Boo-ah, 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 yeah-ah, boo-ah, 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 doo-ah, yeah. All right, that's not bad. And let's hear it. There we go. Boo-ah, 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 yeah-ah. Cool. Now we have a melody. I might try to find some lyrics to set to it. So let's just pick a random topic. How about random topic generator? You can find that on Google. There's got to be one of those, right? So we'll just do that and see what we come up with. All right. What was your favorite book as a child? That would be The Sword and the Stone. So let's see if we can come up with some lyrics that go for The Sword and the Stone. So let's hear the syllable kind of like thing here. The sword and the stone. Let's see. The sword and the stone. Yeah, it's actually not bad. I think that would kind of work, at least for like a quick demo, right? So what we'll do is we'll just add another voice track, and I'm actually gonna start recording a bit earlier this time because I want to be able to get that pickup note for like the sword, you know, for the sword and the stone. Okay, so I gotta mute Google or Chrome for you again. Sorry, Bandlab. Okay. The Sword and the Stone was my favorite book when I was young, a little kid, just a little kid. All right, I think that should work. So, yeah, let's take a listen to it and see what it sounds like. I'm going to mute the original voice track and just have the new one play. The Sword and the Stone was my favorite book when I was young, a little kid, just a little kid. Cool. And then I think we need some little sound to end it. I mean, since this song is already super cheesy and pretty awful and terrible, we might as well just find a terrible sound to finish it with. So I'm going to go to the loops. I'm going to search for one-shots because a lot of times in the realm of music production, sounds that are just one little thing are called one-shots. Interesting. Kind of a nice sound, right? Kind of like ending it right there. Okay. Let's close the loops real quick and zoom in and too far and just pull that, yank that back like that. And I'm going to call this project done. There we go. Beautiful. Total time 18 minutes, start to finish. There we go.